Hello, this is Tanzila Shahid. I welcome all of you to my presentation. My presentation topic is Designing and Developing an English for Academic Purposes Course Framework for Arts Faculty Undergraduate Students in Bangladesh. Background. Bangladesh, a developing South Asian country, has a long history of English education introduced during British rule. English was central to administration, law, and education. Until 1971, when Bangladesh became independent, Bangla was established as the state language. Bengali Enforcement Act further reduced English's role. Over 30 million students study English as a compulsory subject from grade 1. However, many graduates lack proficiency. To address this, universities introduced English for academic purposes courses to bridge language gaps and prepare students for academic success. Currently, 54 public and 112 private universities offer EAP courses to enhance students' English skills for tertiary education and professional success. Problem statement: English is vital for higher education and Bangladeshi universities offer EAP courses to support students. However, many struggle with speaking, writing, and vocabulary due to gaps in academic English proficiency. Most students come from Bengali medium backgrounds, making the transition to English challenging. Ineffective course design, lack of skill balance, and minimal needs analysis further hinder learning. The study aims to develop an improved EAP course framework for arts faculty students at a Bangladeshi public university, ensuring better alignment with academic and professional needs. There are 3 phases of this present research. Phase 1, needs analysis. What are the target needs and learning needs of arts faculty students in relation to English for academic purposes? What is the current level of EAP proficiency among arts faculty students with a focus on their deficiencies? To what extent does the current curriculum address, identify target needs and learning needs of arts faculty students in EAP? Research question phase 2, design and development. What are the appropriate EAP components to be included in the designing and developing EAP course framework and module for the arts faculty students? What are the experts' evaluation of the EAP course framework and module? Research question phase 3, implementation and evaluation. How is the EAP course framework implemented? How is the module evaluated by the students with whom it is implemented? This is the conceptual framework of the present study. As you can see, in the needs analysis phase, the present study is exploring target needs and learning needs using Hutchinson and Waters Learning Centered approach. In the design and development phase, the present study designs and develops an English for academic purposes course framework based on the needs analysis findings. For testing the practicality feature of the framework, the present study designs and develops a teaching module. The selection of the learning objectives, learning outcomes, time frame, assessment, contents, activities of the module are designed and developed in this phase. After the designing and developing of the framework and module was completed, it went to formative evaluation to experts. In the third phase, that is implementation and evaluation, the module is implemented for testing the practicality feature of the framework. The teacher preparation and students preparation were also completed in this phase. Eclectic approach is used for the smooth delivery of the module. After the implementation in the actual classroom setting was completed, students evaluated the module. This is the theoretical framework of the present study. In the needs analysis phase, Hutchinson and Waters Learning Centered approach is used. In the design and development phase, systems approach of course design of Kathleen Graves and Bloom's taxonomy is used. In the implementation and evaluation phase, eclectic approach is utilized for the smooth delivery of the module in the classroom. Sampling of the present study. In the needs analysis phase, 214 students participated in the open-ended item and in-depth interview. The sampling technique was purposive sampling. 23 students participated in the in-depth interview. Sampling technique was convenience sampling. Design and development phase, 6 experts participated. Sampling technique was purposive sampling. Implementation and evaluation, 44 students participated, and the sampling technique was purposive sampling. Findings of needs analysis, phase 1, Research question 1. What are the target needs and learning needs of arts faculty students in relation to English for academic purposes? This is a small summary of the findings derived from the open response item and in-depth interview. Students are facing problems in reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Grammar and vocabulary problems are causing difficulty in using other skills. Students are facing problems of nervousness, hesitation, lack of confidence. But these problems of nervousness, hesitation, and lack of confidence are much acute when it comes to speaking. Research question 2. What is the current level of EAP proficiency among the arts faculty students with a focus on their deficiencies? For this research question, the present study conducted a diagnostic test. And this is the small summary of the diagnostic test. For both reading and writing have a majority of students performing at satisfactory or above levels, illustrating that these two skills are well developed for most learners, making their performance in these areas less concerning. Listening and speaking require serious attention. Few students achieve high proficiency in these areas, with many performing at average or lower levels, indicating the need for focused improvement. Research question 3 of needs analysis are the EAP needs addressed by the curriculum. For this research question, the present study conducted document analysis, course syllabi, exam papers, grading policy documents, arts faculty ordinance. These documents are analyzed, and the short summary of the finding indicates that structural aspects are getting priority. Grammar is mostly focused. Writing is emphasized, but not needs focused writing. Items in the course syllabi are not connected to students' problems or EAP needs. Irrelevant items are included in the course syllabi and getting emphasis in the classroom teaching and exam papers. The second phase, that is design and development. Research question 1. What are the appropriate EAP components to be included in the designing and developing EAP course framework and module for the arts faculty students? After conducting thorough needs assessment based on the findings of needs analysis, the present study designs and develops an English for academic purposes course framework, integrating Bloom's taxonomy, systems course development framework, and skills-based approach. For testing the practicality feature of the framework, the present study designs and develops an EAP module in this very phase. The skills, contents, tasks, assessments of the module is designed based on the framework that the present study developed in this phase. As you can see, this is the framework of the present study that it developed after the needs assessment. This is the justification of the framework components in relation to the data findings of needs analysis. For instance, the existing EAP course is insufficient to meet students' academic English needs. Identified gaps, the course does not address all essential EAP skills. Proposed solution, introduce an EAP framework that ensures balanced skill development. Connection to framework components, Graves systems approach provides flexibility in course design to incorporate all skills. Speaking and listening have the lowest test score. Students lack confidence in academic communication. Identified gaps, limited or no speaking and listening tasks in the syllabus. Proposed solution, integrate structured speaking and listening activities into the EAP course. Connection to the framework components, skills-based approach, and Bloom's taxonomy builds communication confidence from lower order to higher order cognitive levels. This is the EAP module that the present study developed. I'm going to share a few pages of the module. As you can see, this is the first page of the module. Content page. This is the introduction. Let's have a look at the module objectives. Students will be able to perform EAP listening with sufficient amount of mastery in their academic studies, use EAP speaking skills effectively in academic setting, achieve EAP reading proficiency successfully to complete their academic studies, acquire the required proficiency in EAP writing skills to successfully continue academic studies, develop sufficient amount of vocabulary knowledge needed in the academic setting, acquire the necessary grammar knowledge to use English for academic purposes in an efficient manner. There are 14 units designed in this module. This is unit 1, the skill focus, listening and speaking. As you can see, there is a link of a YouTube video and followed by a transcript. Cognitive domain, Bloom. The cognitive domain is knowledge here, and based on this cognitive domain, all the activities are designed. Grammar activity, vocabulary activity. Let's have a look at unit 2. As you can see, the skill focus is reading and writing. There is a link from a newspaper. It is a newspaper report. Cognitive domain knowledge. Based on this cognitive domain, all the reading and writing activities are designed, as you can see. Grammar activity, vocabulary activity. Now I'm going to share with you my slides again. Phase 2, research question 2. What is the experts' evaluation of the AP course framework and module? For this research question, 6 experts validated the AP course framework and module. Survey questionnaire containing 5-point Likert scale was used. Questionnaire consists of 8 sections and qualitative part consists of 5 open-ended questions. These are the results of formative evaluation interpreted using ICVI and SCVI values. Evidenced from the design and development phase, EAP course framework and module components were selected based on the needs analysis findings. Bloom's taxonomy, systems course development framework, skills-based approach were integrated in the EAP course framework. Formative evaluation was conducted by experts. EAP course framework and module got overall positive responses from the experts. The EAP course framework is usable through the module. The research, now it is the third phase, third and last phase of the present study. That is phase 3, research question 1. How is the EAP course framework implemented? Based on the findings of needs analysis, the implementation phase was completed. As I earlier already told in the presentation that for the testing, the practicality feature of the framework, the present study developed an EAP teaching module. In this phase, the preparation of the teacher and preparation of the student was conducted. Eclectic approach was used for the smooth delivery of the module in the classroom, and implementation phase was completed. After the implementation of the module in the classroom, students evaluated it. For the evaluation, questionnaire was used containing quantitative and qualitative parts. 5-point Likert scale questionnaire was used to record responses consisting of 4 sections, including demographic profile, contents, skills, and units. Evidenced from the students' evaluation of the module emphasizes on all the relevant language areas which were ignored in previous language courses. The module is useful for overall language development. Each and every activity of the module are based on specific skills. Overall, the module is usable in the context of higher education. Now let's have a look at the pedagogical implications and recommendations. Findings reveal imbalances in skill emphasis affecting listening, speaking, reading, writing, grammar, vocabulary. A validated module incorporating Bloom's taxonomy addresses these gaps. Teachers need pedagogical training for effective instruction. Curriculum revisions should align with students' needs to ensure balanced skill development. Systematic assessment reforms can enhance teaching learning. Traditional methods are ineffective. Integrating technology and in modern strategies foster a 21st century learning environment. Policymakers must support teacher training, curriculum design, assessment reforms. Thank you very much for watching my presentation.